Welcome to part 16 of Pokemon Red version. So, we just finished beating that Pokemaniac, and then I went and healed, and now we're gonna go through Rock Tunnel. I'm cutting out all the frickin' Zubats. They're everywhere. Anyway, Rock Tunnel is a pretty tough place, actually, compared to what we've seen so far. Oh, awesome! He draws Pokemon when he's at home. Kinda reminds me of, I wanna say his name is Tracy? In the Pokemon cartoon. Anyway, it's another Slowpoke. We've been running into this guy a lot recently. Oh boy. Hopefully this one goes better than the last one. I am not set up very well to take on Slowpoke. Like Slowpokes in general. I'm not in a good setup for that. Fortunately though, I'm pretty sure this one goes nice and quick. Yeah. Go, Squattish! Absorb the hell out of it! Again, I love Slowpoke. But yeah, this place is actually pretty tough. What's more, if you're actually battling all of the random Pokemon that you run into, it can get pretty hairy, because you fight MACHOP in here, and Zubat, Geodude, you can run into Onix, and it can get hairy. And you can lose PP really quick. And if you run out of PP before the end of this place, you're gonna have a bitch of a time. Yay! Drowsy's level 19! I love Drowsy now that he has Confusion. And we've got so much money. Seriously, I don't think I showed just how much, but you gotta realize, I've been getting up over thousands for so many of the battles that I have actually done recently. I tried to sneak past her, but as you guessed, and as you can probably tell, it's really hard. I don't often come here, but I will fight you. Okay. I don't see what the two have to do with one another, but alright. And it's a Squattish! Luckily, we have Drowsy, who can take out Squattish so fucking fast now. If only it could get the frickin' hypnosis off. Damn you, Drowsy, hurry up! Oh, but yeah, Confusion Blast it. Confusion Blast? I don't know, just Confusion. I got Poison, but I've mentioned this several times now. Poison is such a just crappy status effect in these battles that it's just... I don't know, I've never been a big fan of Poison, unless it is a special kind of Poison that we'll be seeing later. I love Leech Seed, though. Leech Seed is freaking kick-ass. Poison, however, will screw me over if I don't get rid of it, because we're at the beginning of Rock Tunnel still. We still have a ways to go. Luckily, Bulbasaur is the exact same type as Squattish, so Drowsy's super effective against it. Frickin' booyah! That's right, you lost. I like tiny Pokemon. Big ones are too scary. I don't know, there are several big Pokemon that are like, very far from scary. The Pokemon Snorlax, which we saw a picture of on the SSN, reminds me a lot of Totoro from Hayao Miyazaki's My Neighbor Totoro. Frickin' adorable. Anyway. For some reason, I didn't try to sneak past him. And I missed what he said, I'm sorry. It's another Pokemaniac, though. And he has a Charmander. We've yet to see Charmander. Charmander is the fire starter Pokemon, if you recall, and it is pretty freaking awesome. Unfortunately for him, I have a Wartortle, so even if it somehow manages to get past Drowsy here, he has no chance of winning. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Charmander's still a kick-ass Pokemon. Probably the one that I know most people picked first because of Charizard, its final form, which we do not see, I don't think. Not in this game, at least. We'll be seeing it in a later game. But yeah, most people pick Charmander when they first start. At least most of the people I've met do. And a Cubone. I've already mentioned this, but Cubone is very interesting Pokemon. In one of the cartoon episodes, it really kicks Pikachu's ass, if I'm remembering right. I can't remember if Pikachu finally beats it, or if Pikachu ends up losing. I know it beats Misty's Starmie pretty bad, which is funny. I find that very funny, for some reason. Anyway, we beat him, so let's continue onward. Continuing to cut out the frickin' random battles. There are hikers everywhere, and luckily you can skip past all of them. Because seriously, all they have in general are Machop, Geodude, Graveler, and Onix. Anyway, I run into a Machop myself, and so we're going to go ahead and try to catch it, because, you know, everyone loves Kung Fu fighting, as I've kind of sang in a previous part. So we're going to try and catch the Karate Chopper. Hopefully it goes well. I'm really hoping. Drowsy will kill Machop if it uses Confusion, because Machop is very weak against Psychic type attacks, so you have to not use Confusion if you're using a Psychic Pokemon. So we're going to just absorb it. Luckily it manages to take him down pretty low. Pretty low, into the red in fact, and so I'm going to use Sleep Powder next, I believe. Stun Spore would work too, but I like Sleep Powder better. Damn it! Come on, Squattish! I don't know what it is with the sleep attacks lately, but they keep screwing up and not working right. But I finally throw the Pokeball. Let's see how it goes. A 1, a 2, a 3, huzzah! We caught the Machop. And apparently it's superpower. And I am wrong. I said in a way earlier part that Machop in current day Machop's art style does not have a tail. I am wrong. It does have a tail, so sorry about that. I could swear that it didn't. You never see the damn tail in any of the other games, so... But I was mistaken. It does have a tail. So these are its stats and moves. It only has Karate Chop, which isn't as overpowered at this point as you would want it to be, and for some reason I was stupid and brought Machop out. Any of these hikers could take it out. Take it out in this game, because Karate Chop is a normal type attack, and normal type attacks are not very effective against rock type Pokemon. If this was a later game, Karate Chop would be fighting, and it could probably handle it, but oh well. Nothing we can do about that. We can sneak past that girl, and we're going to. So I come down here looking for something. There's probably a hidden item down there. I find it hard to believe they'd make just a random corner like that with absolutely nothing in there. Same for up here. Anyway, we cannot avoid this hiker, so let's go ahead and battle him. Can you beat my power? Frickin' maniac. And he sent out a Geodude, as you'd expect. So, we're gonna go ahead and try. Luckily, this doesn't actually drag out, though. That's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah. Self-Destruct is a really powerful attack that will KO pretty much anything I have right now. So, it takes out the Machop. Fortunately, it was just one time, you know, so... I still have my main 5 that I've been using. Or 4, sorry. We forgot Pidgeotto's not with us right now. So I try and take out this... fuck! Okay, so Drowsy's down. That's okay, I still have my other 3, and my other 3 are technically tougher than Drowsy, so I should be okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and send out Squattish. It should be able to handle things. So, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and put Graveler here to sleep. Fucker. Seriously, you fucker. He purposely just... All he did this whole battle, self-destruct, took out half of my team. Half of all the Pokemon I have in my team. All I really have left is Voltorb, which isn't going to do jack shit in here. Seriously, Voltorb is not battle-ready in any way. It's very fast, though, so I believe I put it in the first slot to run away. I might be mistaken. Which I am. I put Golbat out instead. All I really have left is Golbat and Wartortle. Now, granted, Golbat is a pretty good Pokemon, and Wartortle's the best one I have. And you can avoid most of these battles, as you can see, which is fantastic, because at this point I was like, oh shit. I don't want to go back and heal. I'm over halfway through this stupid tunnel. I really just want to get this done with. But you can't avoid her. Which I wouldn't want to anyway, because we get to meet frickin' MEOWTH. I love MEOWTH. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, really. As you can tell, or maybe can't tell, you may not be familiar with this. Most people are, especially people who play video games, but MEOWTH is based off of a Maneki Neko, I believe is how you say it. And it is just adorable, and it's so iconic, much like Pikachu, just because of Team Rocket in the cartoon/anime, whatever you want to call it. So MEOWTH knows Bite at this point, I believe, and it knows Payday, which I believe it only used Payday. Payday is an awesome move, and the only way to get money in this game aside from selling stuff or winning trainer battles. It can really help you out of tight situations if you don't have any money. Squattish we've seen a million times, so it's nothing. It can't take anything. Come on. I still love that. I haven't said that for a little while, but I love it when they knock themselves out with confusion. And it's a Pidgey. Pidgey isn't going to be able to do jack shit either, much like Squattish. Might be able to hurt me a little, but not enough to stop me. I mean, Golbat has Bite. It's got super high stats compared to any of these Pokemon, except for maybe MEOWTH. Which even then, I still think it has better stats than MEOWTH. So yeah. Damn critical hits. Anyway, though, that wasn't that bad. So, after you get done with her, you're just going to want to go to the exit, because it's going to be right to the left over here. Don't do what I... There it is, I pick up 40 Pokédollars, but I do look cute and harmless, don't I? I get that all the time, too. Don't piss around. There's nothing over here, aside from maybe a hidden item that I don't bother finding, because I don't know where it is, and I don't have an item finder. So, yeah, I got into 3 battles on my way to the frickin' ladder. And then I screw up and talk to her. Kind of a bullshit move they have, putting her right at the exit. Yeah. Anyway. Golbat confuses and bites a Pidgey and Pidgeotto. Again, not gonna make you guys watch me battle these Pokemon. We've seen them enough for right now, so yeah, we're gonna bypass her. You're right, you're not up to it. Frickin' can't take me on. And she is right. There should be a pink Pokemon with a floral pattern, which there may be, actually, now that I think about it. Although I don't know if Hoppip would count as a floral pattern Pokemon. For some reason, my OCD made me go back to look at that sign. And then I talked to this guy thinking I'm not gonna get into a battle, but no. He still fights you. Freaking bastard. Which he has 2 Pokemon we've seen quite a bit in this video and last video. He has Cubone and Slowpoke. Cubone is a ground-type Pokemon. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet or not, but he's a ground-type, which means he's going to be weak against water, so he's not really something for me to be worried about, to be perfectly honest. But, which, by the way, is why I find it so funny that Cubone in the cartoon freaking kicked Starmie's ass, because there's no realistic way that would happen. Seriously, there is no way that would actually happen. But because he's a ground type, his Cubone doesn't stand a chance. The Slowpoke, on the other hand, might have an upper hand here. In fact, it almost... Well, I don't know if I'd say almost, but it does kick my remaining Pokemon's ass a little bit. Slowpoke is a really good Pokemon in this game. Especially with the setup I have. My setup is not for Slowpoke. And Leech Life isn't hurting it anywhere near enough, and Golbat's weak against Psychic-type attacks, so it's gonna take out Golbat. I realize this pretty quickly, so I just start spamming the Bite attack. At least I think I start spamming it. I might try to confuse it in the... Yeah, there it is. I try to confuse it, and then I try to bite it again, because 1, maybe 2 more attacks, and Golbat's going down. So... I tried Leech Life again, and because I knew I was going to die either way, I thought maybe it'd do more damage. I don't think it mattered. At this point, I send out Voltorb to try and flash it, because I want to lower its accuracy and just ensure the victory here, but as you can see, Flash fucking blows. it doesn't ever work. It hardly ever works. It's got such low accuracy that it is just a shit-ass move. And I realize Voltorb's going to go down without doing anything, so I switch over to Screech to lower its defense. I managed to get 2 off, which is nice. It lowers Slowpoke's defense 4 stages, which is a shitload. And it ultimately ensures that I'm going to be able to beat it with Wartortle. Granted, I probably could have beaten it without doing this, but, you know, I figured I'd just make sure because I don't want this. I don't want to get my ass kicked here, because if I faint here and get blacked out, I go all the way back to outside of Rock Tunnel. Anywho, I'll see you folks later.